Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to go through rights and responsibilities. And one of the questions that we want to think about as we're listening are, what are rights and responsibilities? So this is kind of our essential question. What are our rights? Well, our rights are what every human being deserves, no matter what, no matter who they are or where they live, so that we can live in a world that is fair and just. Some of our rights. Everyone has the right to safety, to schooling or education, to shelter, somewhere to live, to warmth, food, clothing. Everyone has the right to have personal space, freedom of speech. They have the right to be different, to feel comfortable, and to have equal opportunities, which means that no matter what, you're given the chance to be what you want to be, whether you are rich or poor, whatever religion or race. These are important for everyone, and especially for you as a Canadian. But, of course, since these rights are for everybody, it means we all have responsibilities too. It's not just about our rights. In Canada, we are very lucky that almost everyone has what we think should be their rights. In many parts of the world, children and adults are not able to have things such as safety, shelter, or food. They may live in war zones, refugee camps, or areas where there are famines. What is a famine? You may want to pause this video and have a discussion if that's a new word for you. So now that we've talked a little bit about the rights, the things that we hope that everyone deserves to have, let's talk about responsibilities. What is a responsibility? Well, responsibilities are the things that you need to think about and do so that they allow other people to have their rights supported. And they are some things that also support your community and the world. They are some things that affect our lives and other people's lives. Some of our responsibilities are to follow the rules and laws at home, at school, and in our community. After all, as we've learned, those rules and laws are there for our safety and to protect our rights, but also the rights of others. We also have a responsibility to stand up for our rights and the rights of others as much as we can. Our responsibility is to be the best person that we can be. We have a responsibility to take care of our own bodies as best we can. We also have a responsibility to respect the rights of others. We have the responsibility to look after our own belongings and respect the belongings of others. We have the responsibility to learn as well as we can. And we also have the responsibility to care about others who are not as strong in some ways as we are. What are some responsibilities that you have at home and in the classroom? Identify one right and one responsibility in both your home and in your classroom. Put your right in this part of the column and your responsibility example in this part. You'll want to pause the video now to take time to do that. What happens when people don't take on their responsibilities? Well, here's a few examples of what happens. Other people lose their rights. People could be bullied, treated unfairly, feel abused, or feel unsafe if others don't take on their responsibilities. Things become unfair because other people have a job to do that is another person's responsibility. So unfairness happens. There could be consequences at home, at school, or in the community if we fail to take on our responsibilities. People might be punished or harmed in some way. People could become less successful and happy than they might have been. They might give up trying or keep away from people. People could feel safe, unsafe, or unhappy. People could feel unsafe or unhappy, and they could be hurt or teased. So how do we learn about our rights and responsibilities? Well, as you know, everyone in the world is an important and special person. As we grow up, we learn about being a unique person, a one-of-a-kind person who is part of the world. First, we learn the skills for working and caring about all of the other people in our small world, like our family, our school, and our community. We learn skills like using good manners, taking our turn, sharing, being kind to others, thinking about others' feelings, looking after our belongings, and being truthful and honest. As we grow older, we add to our skills when we learn that we are all different, but just as special. We learn skills like listening to others, working with others, making decisions in small and large groups, learning to keep promises, admitting our mistakes, and learning how to be a friend. As we move out into the world, we learn more about the responsibilities which go with our rights. We learn that some things that humans do are not acceptable because we are not considering the rights of others. Things like telling lies, cheating, bullying, violence, destroying others' belongings or property, and stealing are not acceptable. We learn skills like managing our time and our learning, looking after our bodies, dealing with bullies, recognizing when someone lies to hurt others, keeping our belongings safe, keeping our promises, and standing up for what we believe in. We all have to learn the skills of sharing the earth with other living things and how each one of us can take some responsibility for making the world a cleaner, safer, and better place. What are some of the things you have done to make our community a better place? Pause the video now and take time to share that. What are some things that you do to show that you're a responsible person? List some in the space below. Thank you for taking time to learn a little bit more about rights and responsibilities.